Sara Winnick, and I'm a member of Creating Keepsakes Dream Team. Today I'm going to share with you some techniques for creating unique borders using supplies you already have on hand. So I have a lot of sticker sheets in my stash, and I've been using this technique for a little while now. A lot of the manufacturers are creating these double-sided scalloped border stickers, and I like to get my money's worth out of my stickers, so I do a little trimming and I create two of the same sticker. Let me show you how. So I leave my sticker on my sheet. It makes it a lot easier to trim that way. I just eyeball the center of my symmetrical design. And then I trim. There we go. It gives me two of the same border sticker that I can now use on my project. So now I've trimmed my border sticker to fit my project. I can just peel it off. And apply it to my project. Like that. Now in this project, you can see that I have used a number of border stickers. I used 3 layered upon each other, but what I did on this one in particular is I layered 2 of them together, and then using some dimensional adhesive or foam squares, I popped it up a little bit. Another product that I have a lot of is this scalloped cardstock. And here you can see that I've trimmed off a side of it to create a border that I could use on a project, just like this. Of course, this is kind of plain, so there are some other things that I'm going to show you that you can do to this border to make it look a little more interesting. It always helps if before you cut the border, you do whatever embellishing you want to your scallops. It just makes it easier surface to work on. In this page, Summer Fun, I used a piece of scallop cardstock to create the borders for the top and the bottom. You can see here that I used a hole punch to create this eyelet effect. I'll show you how I did this, and then I'll show you how to embellish it even further. So using a scallop piece of cardstock like this, I'm going to go ahead and use a pencil and a straight edge or a ruler. I just line my straight edge up with the insides of the scallops so that it's even all the way across. And then using my pencil, I just eyeball the center of each scallop and put a dot as a marker. And I just find that circle, or the dot, made out of pencil, and I use that as my guide to create my eyelet. Another thing you can do is you can add some embroidery floss. Adding embroidery floss gives it a unique look, and most of us have that on hand. So I turn my page over. I'm going to use just a little piece of tape and some embroidery floss. I tape the edge down close to the circle that I'm about to embellish. And then using my floss, I go through the hole to the front side. Now I'm going to wrap my embroidery floss around the scallop and then back inside through the hole. You can do this as many times as you like. I think I want it to wrap around one more time, so I'll turn my page over, and now I can add another piece of tape. If you want to finish this even more, you could add a brad to the center of the circle. to get this look right like that. Okay, the last technique I want to share with you is creating a mask using stamps. A mask simply keeps the stamp ink from impacting the paper below it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add some removable adhesive to the back of my mask. I just place it on the center of my square here, my project. And now I'm going to ink up my stamp really well using this water-based ink. You can see that my stamp has a lot of detail on it, and that's going to make the border stand out even more. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my butterfly. I'm stamping off my project, but I'm also stamping a little bit on my mask. I'm going to go ahead and stamp around the edges of my project. And I'm re-inking each time. Okay, so now I can remove my mask, and I have a really clean circle and an obvious border on the outside. Here's an example of the project that I made using the same technique. I just added a chipboard piece to the center and adhered my paper to cardstock, and now I've got this cute little card. So there you have it. A couple different ways that you can use the supplies you have on hand to create unique borders for your pages and projects. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.